look at last year's State of Origin, big clash. And of course, when you think of football, State of Origin football, you think of the great man himself, Mr. Football, Ted Whitten.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one today. It's we look bigger than Tuesday night against New South Wales. This is it's always a bit of a blood and guts game, this one.
Say, get in that room on match day, and you know you're going to play for Victoria, and you pull that jumper over you with the big V on your chest, and when you look down to see that big white V, you know you've made it.
So why do you do it?
Because I love football, and I love being competitive, and I love Victoria.
On nights like this, you wonder whether there'd be State of Origin Aussie rules without EJ Whitten.
The AFL in the next 48 hours will formally announce that State of Origin football, for the first time since 1999, is back next year. Western Australia versus Victoria in Western Australia.
I know how much it meant to Dad to be able to play against the best of the best in each state, and you know, it's just going to be a really great moment.
The Vics will be coached by Chris Scott and captained by Marcus Bontempelli. Sunday week will mark the first proper AFL Origin game in nearly 25 years.
Sure, I think, you know, to start with, thank you for having us. It's a great privilege for us to be here, to be pulling on obviously the Big V. And so we're here, I guess, to add to country, to obviously pay our respects to the lands on which we're lucky to play this great game, and obviously to play some football, and in the end we've had more just over there. So that's the plan, and we're going to start, I guess, that process today. So thank you so much for having us. I feel incredibly fortunate to have had the career that I've had to date, and as you mentioned with the top 25 stuff, I think it just starts to dawn on you maybe the influence you've had in a period of time while I've been at the football club. So I think it comes back to a number of things. Mainly it's the support from all the friends and my family and my wife Neela over the journey that's allowed me to do what I get to do every single week. And then clearly the people in the background, our fans, our people that have supported me on my individual journey, but also our team journey. So for right here, right now, it's a great, acknowledgement.
Boys, the centre bounce guys are going with Grigger. I'll grab the backs. You guys want to do any of this stuff?
It's probably a little extra experience while we're here playing for Big V and against WA is to get out to the local schools and communities as well, and Clontarf, which has like an Indigenous footballing school academy, and talking to those boys yesterday, it was awesome with a few of the WA boys. And it does take on a bit of a different feeling because, you know, I'm lucky, you know, I'm playing, you know, in Victoria where I sort of was born and raised for the Bulldogs, but for lots of guys who get drafted to different states, like a few of these boys have, you don't get that opportunity to play with the guys that you're, you know, either born with or ran around with as a kid. So I think for us it's just a massive honour and privilege to pull on, you know, the jumper that represents where we're from, and I think that's why we all want to do it really proud. You know, I was fortunate enough to play in the bushfire game a few years ago, but clearly that was a Vic versus sort of all-stars scenario, whereas this does have a different edge and feeling to it. And as you said, has that sort of historical feel as well. So, as I've said probably all through, especially the past week, it's now to see it coming to fruition and being in the room in the hotel with the guys, it's really carried the meaning that I thought it would. You know, it adds a bit of a different spin on it as well when you know, Ed and myself and Das playing together. There's a little bit extra there on the line when we go back to the club on Monday for those bragging rights. Yeah, we all go back and have, you know, reflect on our great memories of the week. It's a little bit different, I think, because there's probably 5 other team captains in our team, and most of these guys know what they're doing, to be fair. So it is a bit different because, especially with probably the way Scotty rolls, it's a little bit more relaxed, and I think he sort of trusts the players to know what they need to do and to get it done. You are probably, dealing with the best, and so I don't think I'll have to do too much tomorrow other than try and play a part in the game. And yeah, I'll just have to work out what I say to these guys when it comes to bounce down.
That's why I don't talk about effort, because I just assume it's always there. But if you run the risk of, maybe I'm sort of hedging a little bit because it's 14th of February or whatever it is, okay, you'll regret it for the next 12 months. So we have an opportunity to do something pretty special. You don't know what's going to happen in the next minute, much less in the next 12 months. This could be the last chance you get to play with Tom Stewart. It might be the last chance I get to coach Josh Battle. Well, let's make the most of it.
We're ready to go. State of Origin football arrives back on the stage. In the middle they go. Cameron the first knock.
His handball broken up. Dacos, some magic. What about that? Set shot here for Bontempelli. Never looked like missing. Right through the middle. Emerging as a star, although he coughed it up. Bontempelli gobbled it up. Quick release here, Gunston.
Rowell, a little nifty kick inside. Finds Bontempelli, the smooth mover. Left foot, low bullet. Look at that. Pure football. Darcy on the lead.
The quality of the players, the quality of their buy-in, the support of this magnificent state. 58,000. All gone into the pot to make this a huge night. And the Vicks are triumphant by 24 points.
Couldn't be prouder of how we played the game, represented all your clubs, all our state very well, and we stuck it right up, and there you go.
Look it out, fellas! You've done it again! The Vicks are back in town! Oh, what are you going to sing the song, fellas? Yes, they come to play!
Just for recreation, take the pass the time away! Hey! Lots of fun, heaps of fun, enjoy yourself today! Victoria boys are hard to beat when they come out to play! Hey! Join in the chorus!